So I was asked how I learned to embrace my hair loss and like situation, I guess, like hair wearing at a young age. But I wasn't young at all when that happened. I started losing my hair in 1999 and I was 21 years old. And I was basically unable to lift myself from the couch when I started my blog, The Women's Hair Loss Project, in 2007. And that's why I started it, because there wasn't anything online. And I felt so alone, and I just thought I was just gonna throw it out into the universe, just chronicling my situation and journey. And I really didn't know if anybody would write back. It just was something to be like an online diary and to be cathartic, because I was utterly miserable and really withdrawing from life, more so than I had previously. So I was 29 years old when I started my blog, still suffering. And it wasn't until I started wearing wigs in 2012, and that would be ready to be 13 years past my hair loss starting at 34 years of age, that things took a turn for me for the better. That's the point where I was able to start to let go some of those conceptions I had in my head that were so strong, meaning like, oh, well, one, I could never live life if I have hair loss, and I'll never look like myself, and I'll be miserable, and if I don't get all of my hair back, then that's death in itself. Once I started wearing hair, it provided me the ability to feel like myself again. Life-changing moment for me. I think for everybody it's different. For some people, I don't think hair wearing is their thing or their jam, or I think they'll never embrace it and it sucks for them. I don't think that it's for everybody. This happens to be the thing for me that I was like, okay, I have a chance to look the way that I want to look and see myself again the way I used to see myself. I had very thick hair growing up. And the first time I put on a wig at Falia in 2012, I remember just being awestruck about I was just like, there I am, because when your hair is thinning a lot, you're basically, it's getting like strands around you, and your face is getting larger because your hair is getting thinner, and you're kind of getting distorted there. I hadn't seen me in so long, and I was just like, what brought me to life was being able to see myself. Now, for other people, they can do different things. They're able to do a variety of other things, and that works for them. My pivotal moment was wearing hair. So that wasn't until 13 years after my hair loss started in 2012. So I don't think that I just jumped into this and was like, woohoo, I got this. I think that I was slow as shit, to be honest with you, in embracing anything. And I moved slowly, suffered a lot, but moved slowly. And the more I started wearing hair, obviously that's a thing of itself, learning to wear hair, getting comfortable wearing hair, telling people you wear hair, being comfortable enough in your own skin to be okay with that. Like, I have no problem telling anybody on the planet, if they're like, oh my God, your hair color is so beautiful, I have no problem telling them that it's a wig, or I just play it by ear depending on the situation. But I am not embarrassed by that at all. So I probably overshare that, because it's just how I felt like that's how I dealt with it to begin with. I felt like if I told everybody I got that off the table, then I would feel more comfortable within myself. And so I think that helped me a lot. So basically, so that's accepting, this is the long video, but so that's accepting that my hair won't ever be what it was. It's degrading more, and it's turning into more crap. And I have it in a short haircut where it's, shaved in the back, longer in the front, so I don't see the hair falling out and all that. I've had that since after I started wearing hair. I was able to do that. But even with that, it's still going and going and going. So when we talk about like acceptance, for me, I still feel like I haven't reached the pinnacle of what acceptance is for myself. Because to me, that always has been maybe the holy grail was always just shave your head and not be a slave to seeing any of it anymore. And I don't know if that's right or wrong for different people, but for me, that's always been the case. And I'm not at the place where I feel comfortable doing that. I do still utilize little bits of my, the great parts there, that's mine. very small parts of it in my wigs, and that's how I feel comfortable wearing them. So I don't know if I've fully accepted, that's considered fully accepting. I'm able to live with it. I'm able to live with it and realize my hair is not going to come back or be what it was, but it also isn't what steals my happiness. There are a lot of other things in the world that are stealing my happiness, but that's not one of it. My hair situation isn't stealing my happiness. So there is hope for anybody that thinks it's not possible, because I absolutely was convinced that if I didn't get all my hair back, I was done for, like curtain call. I feel like if I was able to accept it or get to this place, that pretty much anybody can. So not sure if that helps, but that's what I have to say about that.